Guys, it's been a long road for us to finally be back here. How's everybody doing?
Real quick, do we have the right episode number?
Yes, we do.
84?
It's TBC 84, baby.
Okay, make it sure.
We're on it. We're on it. Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone. How are you? How you doing?
Happy
This
Sunday.
is TBC 84. It should be like TBC like 95 right now, you know, considering how many
Yeah,
weeks
it really
we've
should.
skipped. It really should be. We should be approaching like our 100th episode right now, but yeah. This is TBC 84. Thank you for being with us. Appreciate you all. Life has been kicking us in the nuts, and in a good way, obviously. Everybody's busy, family, whatever, you know. I mean, it's it kind of sucks that we haven't been so consistent every week, and we really try to be, man. We really, really, really want to be, and we really try to be, but sometimes, man, just life has its ways. But hopefully we'll start getting back to our previous routine of being with you guys every Sunday, because we miss shooting the shit. We miss talking shit. You know, I mean, Twitter can only carry you so long with its discourse and, you know, the hot takes and all this other crap, you know, and there's always so much you want to get off your chest, but that's why we do this, and we just haven't had a chance to. So anyway, yeah, we're here. It's Sunday. Good to have you with us. My name is Mo, Dr. Mo Mokauma. I'm here with my sons. And to be frank with you, man, I haven't even seen their faces in quite a while either. You know, I just hear their angelic voices sometimes on Xbox Live or you know, wherever we play. But finally in the flesh, my dashing debonair son. How you doing, baby?
What's up, baby?
Doing okay?
I'm doing good, man. I am coming off of a nice stretch of a couple days at work, and now I'm looking at 3 days off. But I'm sad because, you know, I'm looking at my phone right now, and like literally this time last year, I was out on the water, I was paddling, I was doing outdoor shit, but you can't see the rain here. And for those of you just listening, it's downpouring right now. Spring has not sprung here in the Pacific Northwest. So I guess that leaves me to either my electronic devices, or if I'm going to get scholarly, you know, Bergenworth, right, Mike?
Hell yeah. Gotta make it out there through the forest, baby.
That's right. But no, everything's good though, man. I'm happy. It's really good to be here with you guys, especially my handsome man over here to my right. This guy.
Oh,
he's my Fortnite buddy. He's my doctor and my Mister. He's my Mr. Doctor, my Stephen Strange.
Strange.
My salt
I
and
am
pepper
your Stephen
son.
Strange.
Right.
Been busy, guys. Been busy, man.
Right?
Just lots going on. It's raining here too, because you know, we live almost in the same place. But yeah, no, just some yard work this weekend. I'm sore as fuck. Raking is like not meant for my old arthritic hands anymore, apparently.
Yeah, neither is Halo for my arthritic hands.
Yeah, apparently. But yeah, man, glad to be back here with you know, the chat and our peeps and Jordan's tattoo.
Son got ink.
I don't know. It's funny because I've had it for like since early March,
had it
but
for a
I
while,
feel like maybe I haven't like been like, hey guys,
We haven't been on. We haven't been on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, show us all the other tattoos now.
All right, hold on.
They want to see your tramp. They want to see your tramp stamp, bro.
Tramp stamp.
They were promised a tramp stamp.
Go. Go.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, man. That's good.
Mike, how you doing, Mike?
What's up, Mikey?
I'm doing good. Recovering off a thing yesterday, migraine, whatever. Jamming on a slew of variety of games because it's, you know, it's that slow season. Getting back into movies as well. I mean, you know, I'm just consuming content like a fucking gluttonous, you know,
There's nothing else
sinner, son. But yeah, pretty good, man. Dealing with the fam, getting some business done, trying to clean up the house, get ready for the summertime. Basically, my dog has a ton of hair, so that is like a problem right now, dude. But besides that, yeah, everything's going good. Getting everything squared away. I'm very excited to talk about some of the topics today. Gotham Knights, you know, that was like a big thing, at least for me. Like, it was such a good thing for me. I'm not going to get in too much, but it was such a big thing for me. I like felt something inside that was more than just like, you know, not even with the shitty, whatever, we'll get to it. But anyways, I felt something and I was like, let's fucking go, you know.
It wasn't like a bowel movement or anything.
No, it was definitely a
right.
positive type of energy passing through Kaioken times 10 probably. No, but yeah, man, I'm very excited to talk about stuff because you are correct, Mo. Like, some of the outlets, you know, the best way to do it is right here on YouTube, I think. So yeah, I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, actually. I'm glad you touched on that. I know there's a few people, you know, and very few people, you know, we're not that fucking popular, but there are a few people who have been asking us about the podcast uploads and why we haven't done them. And to be honest with you guys, I think we stopped doing it because we're kind of just focusing on, you know, YouTube itself. You know, I mean, I think it's just an easier outlet for us to just dump everything into. You know, I mean, we did the podcasting for a while, and I really, you know, we really appreciated everybody who used to listen to it and you know, download them. But it started, you know, just it's been really freaking busy. It's been really hectic, and to try to upload it to the podcast service and then add the timestamps and whatever. That usually is a little bit time consuming. I'm not trying to make it sound dramatic, but honestly, like, it's just been a lot easier for us to just, you know, drop everything here. So
yeah,
I love you guys.
Would
I'm
just
sorry.
literally shake when it came to that, so he couldn't.
What is it? I'm literally shaking.
You were literally shaking. So
I
you had
know.
to
I
stop
am
doing
literally shaking,
What's up,
bro.
lady?
I am literally shaking. Lady, how you doing? Good to have you with us. God damn, it's been a long time. But yeah, my boring life is just all work, man. All work. No, barely any play. Fuck. I mean, I'm like sleeping early. I'm like an old man. I am watching, you know, some stuff, but we're about to get into that in a bit. But yeah, that's about it. I got a new car for my wife this week.
Oh, awesome!
Did you end up getting her?
I leased her a Grand Cherokee L.
Okay.
The bigger model.
Yeah, very cool, man.
I called the dealer, and her lease was about to
Nice.
I actually extended her lease for 3 months because I talked to him 3 months ago, and he goes to me, he's like, bro, there's nothing. He's like, there's
there
nothing.
wasn't.
He's like, if you want, you can get another. He's like, if you want, you can get another Jeep. I'm like, you want another Jeep Grand Cherokee? And she's like, I kind of want something bigger. She's like, so I'll wait. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So then I gave him a call the other day, and I'm like, hey, bro, I need a car. He's like, Mo, why don't you extend the lease? I go, you know what, Casey, shut the fuck up, bro. I go, just give me a fucking car. I go, I don't want to extend the lease again. You know, and then he's like, all right, well, I got this limited fucking whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, what's the price? Blah, blah, blah. 1, 2, 3. Son of a bitch is so fast, man. He had that shit ready for me. I swear to God, in hours. Nice. Everything was done. So, I mean, yeah, that's been probably the highlight of my week.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
it's always a fun purchase, is a new car or you know, lease.
Yeah, mine is next, actually. Mine is next. I have to. I got
the truck again.
Yeah, I'm getting another Silverado. I'm either getting a Silverado or a Ram.
I know Kevin loves Silverados.
I thought about. I know he said, yeah, poor guy. I thought about an F-150, but either I'm doing either a Ram or a Silverado.
Okay,
I can love Silverado.
Right so get a Honda Ridgeline and show your manliness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's about it, man. Let's dive into what we've been playing. I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, please do, man.
Do it
before you forget.
Oh, yeah, I am gonna forget. That's why I'm definitely gonna forget. So I did finish Elden Ring.
Yes, you did.
I
Elden
did
Lord.
Elden Ring. I am an Elden Lord. I did take Ronnie's hand in marriage because she's my bitch and I love her. And actually, I think I became her bitch if I remember correctly. But I'm still Elden. Yeah, I definitely became her bitch, but it's okay. I'm Elden Lord. That's all that.
Elden bitch Lord.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, you know what? Elden Lord, bitch Lord, the word Lord is the common denominator, bitch. And I am a fucking Lord.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I finished that. I proudly said that this game is my favorite game of all time, and I still stick with that. And I finished it over a week ago. I'm still listening to the soundtrack in my car every day. I'm still watching lore videos. I'm still watching just random shit on it. And I can't stop thinking about that game. I want to fucking do a second run. While I started Dark Souls 3.
Magic
I did start Dark Souls 3. I was telling Jordan before the cast. I'm only like an hour and a half into it. Very, very, very early. I haven't freaking scratched the surface yet. But I wish I played Dark Souls 3 before Elden Ring, because the whole time I'm playing it, I feel like it's a downgrade. You know, like, I mean, I feel like, you know, I mean, I understand. Look at fucking Gaz play Bloodborne, you slut. If I feel like Dark Souls 3 is a downgrade, how do you think Bloodborne is gonna fucking feel, bro? Anyway, so yeah, so I understand where people like Souls fans, you know, like what a nice jump Elden Ring must have been over the previous games, and now I'm kind of like doing it the opposite way. So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna play it, but yeah, the whole time like I'm just playing it, and I'm like, I want to play Elden Ring.
Sure.
Like this is just what's going in my mind. So we'll see how far that goes. Played Halo. I've been playing Halo ranked with Ains and Pampa and these guys. That's been quite an adventure, which I'm not gonna bitch about right now. But yeah, my skills are definitely fucking terrible. I'll tell you that much. Very, very severe drop off. Trek to Yomi. Let me tell you guys about Trek to Yomi. Okay. I was very hyped for this game. My friends know I was very excited for it. We all love Devolver. We're always waiting for their shit to drop. I was very excited. I started playing it. The first 3 chapters, I'm like, okay, no problem. All right, this is cool. You know, I mean, the visuals carry you throughout the game. The story is cliche, but who cares? You know, I mean, it's samurai. It's Japan. It's just a vibe that I absolutely love. And this was despite the shortcomings of the combat, which is very, very basic, which is fine. It's $20. It cost me $18, right? So I'm not tripping. That's okay. But then the second half of the game, for me personally, took a complete shit. It went into this paranormal. It took place in the paranormal world, which is basically like hell or the afterlife of the afterlife. What Yomi? You're in Yomi, right? And that really started to show you. That really started to show you the restrictions of the game. The enemies started getting more annoying. There was a lot of enemy repetition. The levels dragged on, and the problem is the enemies, they got more. You started their movesets started to get better, but they only exposed the limitation of the combat system that the game has. You know, that's the thing. Initially, it was okay, right? It was serviceable in the first 3 chapters. In the second half, it just became a chore. It became a chore to play. You know what I mean? So you might not agree with me. That's cool. But for somebody who was really fucking excited for this game, yeah, I wasn't even tempted to finish it. I'm on the last chapter, and I don't want to finish it anymore. Okay. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, like that's what it is. There's 7 total chapters. The 7th chapter, you don't even play, right? Like apparently, like that's just a story thing, you know. So 6th chapter is basically the final one that you actually play, and I'm on the 6th chapter right now. I'm at the beginning of the 6th chapter, and I don't even fucking care to play it anymore.
So if I had to score, agree, Mo.
I know. If I had to score it like right now where I'm sitting, even though I haven't finished it, but I have 1 chapter left, 6.5, without a doubt.
So what if it stopped at chapter 4?
If it stopped at chapter 4, my score would have been a 7.5.
Okay. All right. So longer's not always better.
No, it's not. And even though it's an indie title, it's definitely shorter, you know, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, it's so beautiful, and it really, and the visuals really fucking carry it for you, you know, but man, like, I don't know why they decided to spend so much time in the Yomi levels. Like, they just weren't fun. They were not fun to play. It was better to play in the real world, you know, against other samurai or whatever. And even those enemies were more repetitive, but still, you had some tougher enemies. Some had armor, some had, had better movesets. The bosses were actually decent. But yeah, man, I was so disappointed.
Real quick, Mo,
I was so disappointed.
What could make it better? Like, if you were to like add like 1 or 2 things, like
I think what would make it better is, like I told you, the second half became a chore, just because of the restrictions that the enemy design placed on you as the player, and with the combat system. I think if the combat system was better, like the game doesn't evolve.
Mm-hmm.
The game doesn't evolve at all. It just stays the same the whole time, right? And it just shows you like new moves that you have, but they're very, very fucking basic. You know, like I mean, it's just like you know,
couple
light slash
combos
heavy, you know, or roll away or whatever it may be.
Okay.
Right? Like, I mean, it's
Yeah, got
nothing.
you.
You're not getting any move sets that take you to that next level. You know, like I mean, usually these games you start gaining all these move sets and they take you to the next level, and it was never like that. It was never like that. The game just didn't evolve at all, you know, for me, and I'm just like, yeah. So
They're really driving that black and white aesthetic, huh?
Yeah.
Like, hey, look at this.
It's
story,
beautiful,
like-
man. That's why it's
Yeah.
so fucking shitty. I took so many screenshots. The game is gorgeous. It's so freaking pretty. But yeah. Anyway, I've spent way too much time on Trek to Yomi. And I think that's it, man. I don't know if I don't think I played anything else. You know, I've been watching Ozark with my wife. We're finishing up the second half of the final season. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. And then the Halo show is another conversation. Yeah. Jordan, what have you been playing, man? Let me move on to you.
No, yeah, I did want to segue into Trek to Yomi now that you mentioned it. Because I've only finished, I think it's 3 chapters. I did that first boss fight with the guy with the spear. But yeah, that game is very. I'm just being honest. The game is just very underwhelming. Visually, it's wonderful, but it just the combat just doesn't feel satisfying or impactful. Like, you know, you have this throwing star thing, and you're like, does it even do anything to people? I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't feel natural. Like even parrying, and when you do your counterattacks, it's not what I wanted it to be, which is a shame, because Flying Wild Hog, like, they've made a lot of really fun and like really combat visceral games, like especially their shooters. Shadow Warrior. I still have to play 3, but yeah, I don't know if this is their first time they've made a side scroller action like this, but yeah, it's just not. It's not what I would like to expect from one. It doesn't have to be like a. I mean, I hate drawing the comparison to like Metroidvania games, but like I go back even as far as like Strider on the 360 or the Xbox One, and yes, it was Metroidvania, but the combat in that was freaking awesome, and it was beautiful too. But here, I think the strength is very much in the presentation.
100%.
And even the cutscenes are pretty. Like the character models look great, but once you pan out, it just looks kind of meh, really. Again, not to just take totally dunk on it, but aside from Trek to Yomi, I did finish DMC5. So jackpot.
My
Jackpot.
son.
Don't say it.
What'd you think? Bro?
Don't say it.
Don't say it. Okay.
Don't give me hypes up, Jordan. Fuck, man.
So I enjoyed it. I will say, I don't know if it's an issue with the fact that I was playing the original base version of the game, because I could not tell you. If you asked me what the narrative was, I could not tell you anything. Because the majority of it is told in these little like dialogue boxes on the load screens when you have like the timestamp of what's happening. But because I was playing the base version, I guess it loaded in like 2 seconds, so I couldn't even read anything. And then when it gets to the cutscenes, they're really cool. But aside from the narrative stuff, you know, it was a cool game. The combat system is incredibly deep, and again, I have to be honest. Like, I also find myself mashing buttons trying to remember what I'm doing with these combos. But the presentation is badass. So, like, you know, I'm playing as Dante. You have like 4 different senses. You have like 4 different melee weapons, 3 different range weapons.
Crazy, bro. It's crazy.
And I played on normal difficulty, and towards the end of the game, like the challenge spiked a little bit, but it wasn't terrible. I think I only had to use the orbs to revive like 2 or 3 times. But once you unlock Dante's like devil form, you just like you just totally just slaughter whatever you're
Game
fighting.
time.
So, yeah, it wasn't terribly challenging by the end of it. But I think the biggest strength of that game is just its presentation alone. Like it just oozes style. And that's how you do melee combat.
With
also
3 S's, Jordan. Sorry,
I got my first 3 S's. Super sick skill or something like that.
Hell yeah, so badass.
But yeah, the game ended the game ended very quickly. Like the final scene was just like what? But again, I've never played any other games in the franchise except for DMC, the reboot, or I guess the Ninja Theory take on it. So I don't really know too much about the overarching story, but
Still the best
fun
for me.
game, fun game. I have been playing a little bit of the season 2 for Halo. I wanted to see what you guys thought of it in terms of like just the content so far. I do like Catalyst as a map, especially.
It's awesome.
It is a beautiful map. I love symmetric maps also. Breaker is fun. Last Barn Standing has some cool moments, but I need to kind of play it more. The progression with the Battle Pass stuff still feels kind of The stuff in it looks better. I mean, I like the new suits that they have in there right now, but in terms of the live service model, still, I mean, this is always a discussion for everything on Twitter, but they still have room to grow. I feel like.
Yeah, they do, bro. They do.
And last thing we wanted to mention. Sorry, two more things. If that's okay. Mike and Kevin and I, we finally fired up Wonderlands together, and that is a friggin' blast.
Such
It
a
is.
fun game. Such a blast, yeah.
So
I need to get on that with you guys.
Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time.
It's a good time.
It's literally you're just RTing and just watching cool shit happen. It's satisfying because the animations and stuff. It looks so. That cell shade is
That's
sexy,
simple
dude.
enough for me, man.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
it's super
and-
fun, Mo. And like, sorry, Jordan, go ahead.
No, you're good. But I was just gonna say, it's you don't have to worry too much about the loot stuff in this. Yes, you can, spec out your character, especially late game, but the pacing of it and everything is really, really well done. It's very immediate. Combat feels good. The spells are good. And the drops are great too. So you're getting cool shit all the time. And the humor's also on point. We were laughing about this woman that was falling in love with a goblin, and
Yeah,
Oh my
that
gosh.
was weird. That was
Oh
weird
my
as fuck.
god, it's a good story, bro. What a great story.
It was a love story for the ages.
And then lastly, just earlier today, I did actually fire up Returnal Co-op with my buddy Mason, and we made it through the first biome, and then we got our asses kicked in the second world. It kind of like in the Souls games, it makes it increases the health pool of the bosses, so they're obviously more challenging. But it plays really well co-op, just as you would expect it to play in single player. And we had like one glitch, but otherwise, Returnal's a great freaking game still. I think it was Dash's game of the year.
Yeah.
Meh. I love you, Dash.
This will be the last nice thing he says to you. I saw you on
Right.
that Returnal. Love it.
I know.
Yeah.
Brace yourself for his next message.
Yeah, waiting for it. Let's go.
Oh shit! Oh man, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome. Good shit, man. Kev, my son, what are you on, bro?
Yo. Well, shit, man. I did finish up Fear on the PC, the original Fear.
Cool.
Which is such a good game. Such
That's
a
a
good game.
fun
I
game.
actually started Fear 2, and
Good weapons.
and Fear 2's just looks so much nicer, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
than the original Fear. But Monolith made Fear 1 and Fear 2, but they didn't make any of the expansions for Fear 1, so I skipped all those because apparently they're caca. But I feel like I might roll through them all. I think I got them all for like $10, and I originally only played Fear 1. But it's good, man. It's like, it's FPS horror, which we don't really, it's not a thing anymore. So it's kind of a throwback to a simpler time. But yeah, if you haven't played Fear, it holds up pretty well on PC because you can crank everything up. I don't know what the fuck it looks like on on console. Yeah. And then we finished I finished my battle pass, at least the first 100 levels in Fortnite. I haven't finished a battle pass since like season 2 of fucking like Warzone or some shit. So it's been a long fucking time. But I just got on today again and opened up some bonus battle passes because they got another like 5 pages that you can access after you finish your battle pass. So there's a lot of fucking value in that $10 that you invest in that battle pass. And like you're saying, like you were mentioning, I did jump on Halo Infinite just today, actually, just to check it out. And as a live service, right, it's still not there. Like, I don't even know when I'm earning XP. Like in Halo, it's really weird. Like fucking Fortnite just is in your face. Like you have just leveled up. I am like, am I doing something wrong? What's happening? Like, did I earn any XP that match? Did I go? Did it go towards my challenges? As Gene Park would say, it's anxiety inducing.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
And, no, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. I also played Far Cry 6. And I just loaded it up, and if I close my eyes and try to guess what Far Cry I was in, you could probably put at least 4 of them in there, and I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know which one I was playing. That's both good and bad. It's exactly what you expect in a Far Cry game. And then I bought Control. I've just been buying all these games, and I don't have any fucking time to play them. I bought Control Ultimate Edition because I got screwed during that PS4, PS5, PS Plus thing, right? I downloaded the PS4 version, and anyway, so I bought it on Xbox because fuck PlayStation, they screwed me. And I played it at 60 FPS. Oh, what a nice experience! I've already played through it once, so I don't know that I'm actually going to play through it again. But it's a beautiful game, and I love the lore. And Jordan and I were talking about it, but the lore's so great, and then about halfway through, 3/4 of the way through, I have no idea what the fuck is going on, and I feel like it feels like you drop some acid, and you're like, okay, I mean, it's still cool, right? It's fun, but at the end of Control, I didn't know where I was or who I was or what I was. What I really wanted to do, too, was I kind of want to finish it because I think I need to finish it to open up the Alan Wake
I think you do,
the Foundation. Right. So I'm almost like, maybe I can get somebody's save file. I'll just fucking play it. But I want it, and the saves don't come over from the OG because it's a whole new game built from the ground up. Says 505 Studios. Fuck them.
Go all the way, baby.
But yeah, no, that's what I've been doing. Just a little bit. I haven't had enough time to really sink into anything. This last couple of weeks, it's just been kind of chaos and mayhem. We've had people on vacation, and the grass started to grow. So now I have to do lawn mowing simulator outside, and I rather much just mow my lawn indoors.
Amen.
In my recliner.
Amen.
But you got to do what you got to do.
Don't forget to tell the folks your Fortnite creator code and your Fortnite crew member status.
I'm gonna have no, dude. I already talked to Epic, bro. They're gonna make a whole skin. It's gonna be the first mildly obese Fortnite skin ever. So be prepared. Skin. Yeah, it's the dad bod skin because all of them are all ripped, dude. Right? I mean, everybody there is just ripped and all that shit. So.
Just take the slider for Doctor Strange and just crank it up a little bit.
Yeah. Doctor Strange with a beer belly. I mean, with some love handles, a muffin top. There you go. Yeah. Well, hey. Not everybody can sport a muffin top like I do, so
oh my God.
It is what it is.
I love your muffin top.
I know you do.
I
love my muffin top.
Oh yeah, well, that's good, man. I completely lost track of what fucking game you were talking about.
Control, Fortnite, all the games. It doesn't matter really, because.
They're there, Grandpa. They're there.
That's okay.
They're there.
Fortnite's little anime cat girl.
Little anime cat girl.
Oh, so, Mav is saying you'll make for an easy target.
I am a fast fat man. That'll be it. I'll be fat, but I'll have like plus 20 speed.
Oh shit. Oh, Hassan said fuck 505 games. Yeah, I can't really argue too much with you there, bro. Honestly. But they did make didn't they publish what's the name of that?
Recently published something,
oh my
right?
God, bro, my dementia's kicking in. Jordan, my game, Katana.
Ghost Runner.
Side scroller?
Oh my God.
Yes. No, the Katana.
What's wrong with me? Yes, it was Ghost Runner.
Ghost Runner.
They published Ghost Runner. Hassan, I want to agree with you, bro, but Ghost Runner is just incredible. And they published it. So, there's always that. I'm sorry. Walter here says, I forgot to say congrats on defeating Millennia. Been a minute, but wanted to say it now. Better late than never. Dr. Mo's the new appointed god of Ra. I love you, Walt. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. That was amazing. I thought I haven't even gotten a chance to talk about that. Mike, I'm about to jump to you in a second. A Melania fight in the game I thought was my wall. That was it. This was my Lady Butterfly. I'm like, that's it. Done.
Late game.
Not gonna fucking happen. Even though it was late game. Because remember, Jordan, I told you I'm not finishing the game until I kill all the fucking the shard bearers. And I got to her. I'm like, that's it. Like that's it. I can't pass her. And no more Elden Ring talk. Mike, I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
You're good, man. You're good, man. That's what they do to you, bro. You have felt the feeling, man.
You've become who you hate. There it is.
Oh, first off, what's up, chat? How are you guys doing? Good to see you.
Chat.
Hassan, I got just the other day, I posted something about Man of Steel, and you were like, that fool ain't my Superman. And honestly, bro, I was going to have a small chat with you. I decided not to because I was like, I was literally like, I cannot have this discussion right now.
He does not man.
I cannot have this Henry Cavill discussion. Like, and I know why people don't like Henry Cavill as Superman. He doesn't smile. He doesn't fucking save anybody. He's depressed all the time. Whatever. Anyways, I just want to say I still love you, bro. Yeah, so what I've been playing lately, it just reminded me, I saw him in chat and I was like, man, I meant to fucking get back to that, but life got in the way, you know?
I was gonna have a small chat with you.
So, I got onto some sales early on in the month. They were these, like, Bandai Namco fighting games, whatever, I'm just fucking around fighting game. One Punch Man, any anime fans out there, dash,
Yeah, that's
Okay, so there's a One Punch Man game. And a Kill La Kill game.
Okay.
Okay, so One Punch Man, pretty obvious. It's comedy action. Jordan's seen it. I've recommended it to Kevin.
Love
Mo,
One Punch Man.
are you familiar with One Punch Man?
Is that the bald guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yes.
my anime fucking lives and dies
Saitama.
with Dragon
Okay.
Ball.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, One Punch
Yeah,
Man is
that's
a
all I know, man.
solid recommendation. Anyways,
good.
so these games are like arena fighters. Okay, think Naruto Ninja Storm and like that Shonen Jump like versus game or whatever. They were $10, so I didn't really feel a way about it. But it rides the anime. Arc system works. Lovely animations on their cell shading. They give you a lot of like video, like story cutscenes to watch. It's not like super dialed in, but it's okay. Whatever. You like really would have to like anime to like these games, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, once you get in the gameplay and you're like fucking doing the super moves and you're like blocking chains and stuff like that, like, dude, you're in the anime. It's pretty fucking fun, man. It's no Dragon Ball Fighters. It's nothing close to that, but it's still pretty fun. Like, you're blocking, you like punch fast, and there's like 5 shades of fists like around your body, you know, or whatever. It's fucking sick, dude. And you got your combos or whatever. Kill La Kill's more like a sword fighting game. So it's like the controls are a little bit different, although they're published by the same, Bandai Namco. I don't think One Punch Man is Arc System Works. I know Kill La Kill is, but not One Punch. Overall, I would say like probably cool for like some younger kids who are like super into anime and they're like, yo, bro, like I want to play this game. It's not like a Kakarot. It's not like a DBZ Kakarot. What you fucking guys don't know. Anyways, chat, do you know what I mean? Anyways, no. And then I tried out that new one. They're fun, by the way, those anime games. That's all. About on PlayStation 5, new Battle Royale, Blood Hunt.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys.
We haven't even
That's
talked
right.
about that.
Freaking
I haven't
trios.
even downloaded it. Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, they're updating. They're like active on Twitter. They're actively like updating it or whatever. Man, so the game has style. I would say it has like a good concept. I'm not gonna really dive into the concept, but like it's just fun. If you like vampires, you're definitely gonna have fun. If you like vampires and Battle Royale, you'll probably like it. But on PS5, man, it has a major aiming problem. Like their options are shit. They're very generic and bland. It's only like 1.5 or 2. Your acceleration is way overboard. So on PS5, you can turn off crossplay. But dude, I just don't understand it, dude. I'm getting fucking murdered. Jordan, You were there.
I
You were
know,
there for that
I
day,
can
right? Yeah,
vouch,
you were.
dude.
We were dying together, like crawling, like, oh, give me your blood, bro. Anyways, and like it's just shit. But then when you play against PS5 players, which I really think they're just taking the icon off a PC and replacing it with PS5 whenever you uncheck the crossplay button, those motherfuckers. Anyways, because dude, I'm getting murdered in PS5, bro, only, and I'm like, how do they get that good? I don't understand. Every person I see streaming on YouTube is a PC player. You don't see PS5 players like, hey, look at all these fucking kills I'm getting. You know why? Because the aiming sucks. Anyways,
Right.
It does.
like their battle pass is out right now for $10, and the pretty decent shit. Like I said, if you're like familiar with the aesthetic of the game, basically the end shit for that battle pass is a blade, like look-alike, like metal chest piece, cloak,
Ooh.
like spiky hair, and then there's some like Devil May Cry like sweater kind of like hoodie things like on like level 75 and shit, whatever. So like if you're like a vampire person, it is pretty cool actually. It's just that aiming sucks, and I'm not gonna go back to it until I literally see an update from Twitter saying like, yo guys, we've added like options for aiming on PS5. Besides that, dude, I'm not gonna play it. But overall, fun movement. It could be a blast with your friends.
Eric here is saying, sorry guys, it gets a little janky
Yeah,
whenever
no,
we
you're
put up,
good.
whatever. Jordan, Kevin get cut off. It says held off on reviewing Blood Hunt to give the devs a chance to polish. Talked with them for a bit in the Discord, and they are aware of the issues. So
That's so good. That's great news, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I'll definitely
Way to
play
go,
the game
Eric.
when they
I saw
release
you on it
balancing.
too, Eric. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's good to know because, like, I did see a few people talk about the aiming problem, but not enough to where I thought I'm like, oh fuck, not enough people are talking about it. But all right, that's fucking positive right there. Tiny Tina's such a blast. It truly is a blast, man. Like,
awesome.
I'm very happy with it. It's on sale on PS5 right now for like $37, FYI. And then, so this was actually pretty fun, guys. Like, I seriously had a blast. No lie about it. It literally solidifies, I think, my like for this, even though I'm probably not going to like saying it out loud, but whatever. Dude, Godzilla and King Kong on Warzone is a fucking experience.
I've seen it, and I've had some coworkers talk to me about it, and it's like frenetic, right? It's crazy fast. You got to
watched the
keep
trailer.
running and moving and fucking.
Yeah.
It looks exhausting, to be honest.
all right.
Like, yeah, you keep
exhausting.
respawning. You keep respawning. You're constantly, if you want all the, in-game, like, on-site procurement upgrades, like your gas mask or UAV, ultimately it ends up being the scream device. Like, if you ever seen King of the Monsters, it's like a little device that they try to attack because they think it's some sound from another predatory animal, whatever. So you do damage to King Kong or Godzilla the entire time. One, it gives your position away so people know where you're at. Two, for every like so many damage you get upgraded, or you get like a boost in XP to these upgrades, you know. So you constantly want to like get on the trucks and boom 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 like the turrets and stuff. The sounds are on point. Godzilla's roar gave me goosebumps, dude. He walks in the water. King Kong is jumping on the mountain, throwing boulders. Once you get the scream thing, you can direct where Godzilla's beam goes or where King Kong throws the boulder, dude. And it's just like, you know, when you first fly in, Godzilla like takes the plane out with his breath, and it's like, dude, this is like, it's fun probably the first like few times you do it, and then it probably could wear off, and it's still like your natural fun. But the first time I saw it, bro, I was like, this is pretty fucking sweet. I like this. I played some Rebirth or whatever, and I was like, man, Call of Duty's on fucking point. I don't give a shit. Like, it's fucked up sometimes, but 80% I like it, so whatever. And then of course I'm jumping back into Mortal Kombat because that game just gets me on that rage. Whatever the rage is and whatever the happiness of winning is, like some people might, be a Halo person, or some people might be, like, I always hear Ains in my head, like, you don't get it anywhere else besides Halo. And I'm like, I fucking know that feeling, but I get it from Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? Because seriously, dude, fighting these people and understanding their rhythm and how they're going to do things, man, it is such a great thing, especially whenever you get a better fighter than you and you end up beating them. It's such a great feeling. It's
It's
so
kind of like
good.
sex, right?
Kind of, Kev.
But
you're on
with
that
more,
mark.
With more violence. Like
With more violence. That's what I was going to say. Exactly. I'm trying to get Jordan in on it. Hopefully, Jordan, a little shoulder nudge there. Here's my card. Anyways, though, yeah, man, just jumping around, trying to like expect what's to come. I looked at a list and like, okay, so personally, I'm not like really too big into the smaller games, as you may as well know. And so when I look at the upcoming months, I'm kind of like, like there's not a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of games that haven't had like a release date given to them yet. So we might like, you know, get some wedges in there here and there with the next 2 months. Not really sure though, but yeah, for the most part, I think that's kind of going to be my rotation for like the next few weeks is just trying new shit, random shit, old shit. Yeah, exactly. Backlogging it up, you know.
This is the time, baby. This is the time because it is going to be slow. Oh yeah. Awesome, dude. That's fucking great. And now, we are going to get into the nitty gritty. The meat and potatoes, baby. The meat and potatoes. I could talk about that. I could talk about this shit all day. But there are definitely some other stuff that we have been wanting to discuss, and you know, this is you know, a lot of these conversations are going to be stuff that you guys have already heard. You guys have already, you know,
for sure,
on many other shows and whatnot. But we're back, so I don't give a fuck. I'm going to talk about it today. First up on the agenda is we have the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. I know you guys have all heard about you know, the fact that it was confirmed for June 12. And what are they going to show? Blah blah blah. You know, what are your expectations really for what they're going to show? Because this is probably going to headline. It's in that E3 slot, you know, at least like in that same area. So my expectations are, I think people are a little, maybe they might be running a little bit too much with you know, whatever it is that they, you know, because you see takes everywhere, you know, I mean, in terms of what they're expecting and whatnot. And I've heard some wild shit. You know,
Starfield,
I've seen like,
right?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, Starfield is a given, you know, considering that the picture itself, the thumbnail or the picture that they used for the game showcase is literally the Xbox sphere with like a ray of fucking whatever it is. It's you know, behind it. So, and then just like stars and in the background. So it's definitely going to, and I would expect it to be there for sure. An actual demo. Now here's the thing, because we are going to talk about the Starfield delay in a bit, but it's really interesting because I still expect them to show Starfield at this showcase, you know, but I feel like it would have resonated. It's still going to resonate, obviously, you know, depending on what it is that they show, since we haven't seen anything of the game yet. But assuming that they have a full-fledged demo, not more concept art. I don't want to see concept art. I don't want to see any more fucking, here's an in-game picture of this your robot companion. No, we need to see what we're
and a sandwich.
Yeah, and a fucking sandwich. Yeah, you know, I mean, we need to see what we're gonna be playing. I think it's about time, and I think if it would have been in June and the game was still going to launch in November, I think it was November. That was the original time. That was the original slot for it. I think it would have been cool, you know, 5 months ahead, you know, just getting the hype machine started. But obviously now, whatever, we'll get into it later. But it's been delayed. So Starfield, I think, will be there. I think Senua's Sacrifice will be there.
Okay.
I think they'll have something, unless it's just too early because they just showed footage, in-game footage of it. But or we could just have a quick trailer for Senua and then actually have a release date. I think it's been a while. It's been a while now that they've owned Ninja Theory. You know what I mean? And we've gotten like little tids and bits here and there of the game itself when they find
He said
tids with a D.
I heard tits.
I fucking
I
thought
heard
that
tits.
too, but
Yeah.
tids
So
and
they
bits.
so I think I think they might have a release date for it, to be honest with you. I don't think that's outside of I don't think that's a hot take. I think it's actually reasonable for them to show you a small trailer and then say like, hey, we're releasing it beginning of next year, we're releasing it later this year in the holiday season, which I doubt, because as far as we knew, the biggest game that they had coming this year was Starfield, in November. So I don't think that it's gonna fill that time slot unless we get this fucking awesome surprise that it is. In which case, it would be great. But at least for that. And then the other thing is, dude, I saw Indiana Jones. I'm like, no, like, I just don't see how that's even possible. I have no idea. Considering that they just announced it, like it's been a year, less than a year, and they said it's early. We just, I could have sworn they were talking about they had just, signed everything and they're still like early development, working on it, whatever. Like, I mean, I highly doubt they're going to have. I could be completely wrong, obviously. I don't know, but like, I just feel like it's too early for Indiana Jones. I think maybe another year, because it just got announced a year ago. So I can't see that. That's not something that I agree with. State of Decay, Fable would be awesome. Fable would be awesome if they did, but I don't think so.
That's I think we'll see.
Yeah, Fable would be fucking great if they actually had something of it, and not another trailer, but doubt it too. I think Obsidian will show something from Avowed. Obsidian is a machine, bro.
So. Yep.
Obsidian is a fucking machine.
Avowed would be nice.
That was such a fantastic pickup. So I think that they will show something. Maybe Rare's Everwild. Apparently it's been rebooted. The fucking game has been like in development hell. I don't know if they're gonna show something from that. So State of Decay, I don't know if I already said it or not, but yeah, that's kind of where I am. And then I don't know if I'm expecting any surprises. That just one more thing moment. If I had to, I honestly, I don't even know where to begin with that. They could say like, oh, Gear 6 is in development. I don't think that would be just one more thing. I think everybody knows that that's coming. But when, I don't know. That could be it, or it could be. I just hope it's something. I hope they end the show with something just fucking amazing. Because I think they need to really, come out with the show, and just deliver. They need to, especially because if Starfield itself was the headliner for the year and now that's pushed into 2023. So talking, just, and then look, man, it's nice to have a nice social media presence. It's nice, with all the services that they're providing, they're one step above everybody in terms of like what the console can provide. But right now, I think this is definitely needed because I'm sick and tired of everybody fucking sucking the dick of the whole 24, 23, 27 first party studios. Like that's all we keep hearing. That's all we keep seeing. So let's see it. I think it's about time. There's nothing wrong with admitting that, right? We're a year and a half from the launch of these consoles that we're currently playing on. And right now I think it's okay to have that expectation. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't make you less of a fan of the Xbox brand or whatever it is to demand or to at least like expect that. It's okay. And I know obviously they know that, these are the people that are preparing this. It's okay to have these expectations. It's okay to come out and say, this is what I think should be. Like, I think it should be a fucking banger. I think it should be something that should make everybody say, wow, that was great. That was a show. Show us, don't tell me, oh, you got this game coming. This studio's developing this. This studio's developing this. Show us what we're going to play, what we're looking forward to. I don't want to see fucking these cute thumbnails. I don't want to see any more pictures of all 26 or 27 of the first party studios. I don't fucking care about that shit, bro. Bring me the fucking games. Let me see what I'm going to play so I can be excited. Like you think I fucking care whether it's a picture of that or whether it's a thumbnail of Sony's fucking first party studios? I don't give a fuck. I don't care how you stack them together or how exciting it is. What matters is what they bring. And so that's what I think needs to happen. That's my opinion. So yeah. Let's see the games, baby. Let's see them. Jordan, my Xbox ambassador son. What do you got for me, bro?
Dude, you basically covered, honestly, everything that I was going to want to be. Pie in the sky was going to be Indiana Jones for me. Just because I love machine games. Really, truly, I'm bummed as hell about the delay, especially for Redfall, just because again it was like not much further out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But again, that's what I'm thinking when I think of Bethesda. I was like, well, so what are we gonna play this year? So that's where I'm just at right now. But not really 100% related, more kind of ancillary. But I am gonna be going to the showcase.
Yes, you are, my son.
So
Yes, you are.
for me, it's mostly just gonna be the experience, but. Yeah, man. Like I said, you really covered a lot of the points there too. The biggest thing, it's just, I can't foresee them giving us something that's going to be, again, one more thing, anything that's going to be coming out this year, which is what's a little bit disheartening for me. So, I really don't know what to expect, man. To be honest with you.
Come on, bro. You got to have something.
No,
you're a fucking Xbox ambassador, man. What kind of shit is that?
I'm not. I'm cutting myself off from it. No, for real.
It just became too embarrassing.
It really.
Yeah. Somebody's got to pull his fucking his membership. Yeah, well, enjoy that membership, Dash. Since you're gonna be going with him to the Fan Fest, that's gonna be the last one he gets invited to.
Right?
He only accepts payment in one way.
Actually. I think the fact that he's staying neutral works out in his benefit. That's how he keeps the membership, my son. Staying neutral.
There you go.
Yes. Hey, Jordan, I see you, baby. I know what you're trying to do.
Hey.
My fucking smart
pretty
son.
Slick.
All right, salt and pepper. What you got, bro? What do you got? What do you got for me?
Salt and pepper.
What do you got?
So we need to see some damn games. I want gameplay, like Mo said. I want to see all this shit that I've heard over and over again that's coming, that's being worked on, that's in the works, that's being reworked, that's working in progress, that's progressively working. I mean, that's all I fucking hear, man. And like Forza Horizon 5.
Guys, don't mix this conversation with the next.
No.
I know it's hard.
Okay. Yeah.
It's hard. I tried.
Yeah. I know. I want to see. I want to see Grounded be finalized and complete, and I think they have plans for that. I think that's almost like a shoe-in. They're going to go 1.0, I believe, and be done with that. I want to see gameplay of Contraband. They have to be somewhere on that fucking thing. I know they're going to pump out a Sea of Thieves fucking update because that thing's like set up and ready to go, and that's already done. Avowed would be fantastic. I think maybe we're going to see more Scorn, which I'm not excited for because it looks like a giant. It looks like 4K footage of a colonoscopy gone bad. That's what Scorn looks like to me. So I'm good with that game. That's what it looks like, man. There's a couple other ones that I don't think we'll see, like Pentiment and Project Midnight. All those have been kind of like talked about a little bit, and they're being done by like Obsidian and other studios. But I don't think those are going to be there. The stupidly named Project Belfry or whatever. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But I was trying to catch up on that one, but that's also rumored to be there.
Yeah, if it has a code name right now, I'm not remotely interested in it.
And
Belfry.
I really would just love to see some actual, maybe a shadow drop of something. That would be fantastic. Or
hey, my son Eric, he said Splinter Cell.
What is Splinter? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not going to happen. Yeah. I wonder if we're going to see announcements. What I was thinking is EA Play might kind of roll off of Game Pass, or they're going to maybe do like an EA Play Pro, or maybe like the Ubisoft deal comes into the mix for Game Pass. I think they're going to shuffle some shit as a like an apology type of thing for these delays. I think they're going to want to surprise people to try to keep them happy. That's just what I think is going to happen, and it's going to come in the form of what they have, readily available to them, which is Game Pass, right? And their vast amount of money, because apparently they don't have any talent there. But no, I'm kidding. There's probably some talent somewhere. But yes, I want something playable out of the showcase because, like you guys said, I'm done with the pictures. I'm done with the 29 studios. If something, even the caliber of Forza, Horizon 5, Forza Motorsport would be fantastic. I think that would be awesome for fall, right? Or for late summer. That is very real, and that could definitely be there. But just give us something to play, something Horizon, 5-esque, Horizon 5 caliber, 90 Metacritic, not flawless, but a fucking good game, right? That people can get behind and excited. Because, sorry to say, like, Halo wasn't quite that, honestly, like, it's just not enough. It's not enough to carry people through, especially with the long seasons and everything. They have to come up with something to keep people engaged, and I think to keep Game Pass people happy. That's their bread and butter, right? Is their fucking Game Pass peeps. So I think we'll see, like, I want to say 2 announcements, and I don't know what they're gonna be, but I think we're gonna see 2 playable games by year end from their proper first party studios. That's all I got. What they're gonna be, I have no idea, because I don't like micromanage this shit. I don't know how far they are in any of these or when they were announced, but I just know there's so many of them that we have to have 2. There has to be 2 that they can dig up out of the fucking vast pit of studios that they have. 27.
So. Something's got to give, Bren.
Right. I mean, 2? What's that percentage? That's
gotta fuck.
That's
something
nothing.
Has the fucking Battletoads deal.
No. So I was at Battletoads deal. See, I was in Ains's chat this morning. And I was coming up with all sorts of good shit, like Gears Pop 2, mobile. Yeah.
No.
It's gonna be scoring, Kevin. It's gonna be your colonoscopy simulator.
Fuck. No.
Yeah, it's gonna be scoring the colonoscopy simulator with the gross sound effects. That's all it's gonna be. Scoring and Gears Pop 2.
Please God. Please God.
I'm banking on it.
Layer Cake said the new COD and Game Pass day 1. Let me Layer Cake. While I appreciate this, let me tell you.
I would love that.
Modern Warfare 2 is going to be the biggest Call of Duty ever. If the first Modern Warfare, the reboot in 2019, is the best-selling Call of Duty of all time, this is going to be a fucking earth scorcher. They know people are going to buy it, and a lot of people will buy it. It's kind of taken a nosedive since 2019, since some Modern Warfare, and then they, for some reason, they went back to back World War or whatever. Not World War
Vanguard.
II. Yeah, bro. They just obviously right now their flagship studio for the Call of Duty games at least is Infinity Ward again. As it was back in the day when it was only Infinity Ward before Treyarch came with Black Ops. Yeah, bro. Maybe next year. I would say 2023 after the whole Activision deal closes. Yes, but at the same time, like, Call of Duty, when you have a game like Call of Duty that's going to release, you don't need to put it on a live service game to bring players. Call of Duty has millions of players. They're not the type that are, Call of Duty is not the game that you're gonna have that you need or you need to make a deal to put it on a service, right? Because they know they're gonna sell, and they're gonna sell a fuck ton. And coupled with Warzone 2, which is being built from the ground up, which is basically just literally from the ground up, is what Warzone 2 is. Obviously, that's free to play, but dude, Modern Warfare 2 is going to be massive. They're putting a lot behind that, and they're banking on it, basically bringing Call of Duty back into people's good graces. And if that game previews or reviews as well as it's being made out to be, holy shit, bro, it's gonna make a killing this fucking fall. So yeah, that's gonna be a nice golden egg for them. So yeah, I don't see Call of Duty this year on Game Pass. Next year, yeah, sure. Yeah, man, cool. That's good. What do you got, Mike? You got any expectations or what?
Okay, so I want to definitely see Senua's Sacrifice gameplay. Sorry, man. Like, I like the big baby shit on the beach, but I need more.
It, bro.
I need more.
I'm a huge fan of
dude, that big old baby, he's just like, come here. And then he's like, mama, or whatever at the end. I want to see sword swinging. I want to see something like that, like I said, I always tell you guys, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice 1, I saw that was sword slashing over the shoulder before God of War 2018, or at least in my mind. Okay, so I'm expecting big from the guys who did Devil May Cry, DMC. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting them to turn Hellblade into something more than what the first one was. I'm not saying I don't want a Devil May Cry, but I just want to see good gameplay, solid mechanics, like something. What was else? Contraband, I guess cool, like maybe, you know, I'd like to see how that game works if they're showing that kind of stuff. I would like to see Starfield gameplay. Whatever. Redfall looks cool.
We will.
Yeah.
We will.
Avowed gameplay as well. I would like to see something very deep into that. I'm very intrigued. Magic in one hand, sword in the other hand. So cool. I cannot wait for that, honestly. That probably to me is like one of the bigger first person like shooter Xbox games or whatever. I was looking at this list with Jordan and I was like, hey Jordan, isn't it funny how fucking American these game names are? Redfall, Starfield. It's like these one. Jordan was like, "What about dot hack sign?" And I was like, "Oh, that's some Japanese shit right there." But yeah, mostly Avowed and Senua's Sacrifice. I need Senua's Sacrifice gameplay, man. I need it.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Those are
I
the two
agree
big ones for me, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's definitely oh man, that would be awesome if we end up seeing that. Compulsions games. Eric is saying compulsion games. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, we'll see if they have anything too. It's been a while since we Happy Few, so hopefully they'll have something. Now, let me ask you one more thing before I move on to the next topic. Do you guys think there's going to be a big third-party game deal? Do you foresee a big? Do you see, you know, last year everybody got on that Outriders fucking hype. Oh my God, Outriders AAA first day and date.
But wasn't that also when like Game Pass was still like creeping its way up?
No.
You know
Game Pass was hitting. Game Pass had been past hitting its stride by the time Outriders. You know, but do you guys think there's going to be? Because remember, considering the fact that you know, our next topic about the delays, you know, because we were supposed to have Redfall in the summer and then we were supposed to have Starfield in the fall. So do you guys think that they'll somehow make that up with a big third-party deal to bring one of the games day and date? Kev, I see you nodding your head, bro.
Yes.
Since
in order to make a deal, in order to make a fucking deal as awesome and amazing as Outriders was, and I believe it's gonna be Gotham Knights. They're gonna fucking do Gotham Knights day and date, because it looks just about as awesome as Outriders.
Really, Kev? I feel you on that. I know what
you're saying.
I see that perspective. No lie, bro.
But seriously, Kev, do you think that they will?
I think they should. I mean, what do they have at their disposal? Game Pass and a fuck ton of money. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Fucking the devs get paid. Put the game in there. It's a win-win. Everybody gets super excited. Game scores a 70 Metacritic. Everybody blames, you know, Game Pass on its failure 3 months later. It's a great cycle. I think it'll do well. Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. I think they will. As far as like what I don't know. I don't even know how the rest of the release schedule is going to be this year. You know, I mean, we know what's coming in the fall. We know Call of Duty's coming, and oddly, there's no Assassin's Creed this year. So, I don't even know what else is coming in the fall, man. What's supposed to be Starfield? I'm sure God of War or something.
That's interesting, Dash. I want to look into that.
Vowed. No, but that's those are PlayStation games. I don't even know.
Yo, Eric was talking about that Belfry game. He said it's like a Dragon's Crown game type of game with social elements. That's pretty dope.
It's a stupid.
And then someone was like, "It better be as thick as."
We'll see how that ends up coming up. Like I told you, bro. Code names right now is just like.
I feel you. Yeah, I definitely want some like teaser trailers, CGI trailers. I want some gameplay trailers in there, and at the end, like you said, Ma, I want that like cherry on top. Bitch, that's what I want.
I want that just one more thing, you know. Like I mean, and I'm hoping that they do that.
Gears Pop 2.
Stop! I hope
oh my gosh!
Contraband. My son Pampa saying contraband. Maybe, man. Well, no contraband. What do you mean, Pampa? What are you asking? Because contraband is exclusive. So I'm not sure. Do you
He
mean
just
like
wants Contraband to be released?
no?
maybe.
He's saying the one more thing if they end up showing
Oh.
like footage or whatever. I hope so because all we got was a fucking garage and a record and a record turning, and everybody lost their fucking mind. So I
true.
hope they show
true.
us something like, oh my god, there's a
So-
record playing in the garage.
if the Activision deal had gone through, I would almost suspect that they'd be giving out like World of Warcraft subscriptions with Game Pass, or Diablo 4 announcement of some sort. I just think that territory is like too murky right now, and I don't think they're gonna fuck with that.
No, they're not.
But considering the WoW numbers on the decline, it would almost make sense to inflate those numbers with like a console release, or fuck it, even a PC, as a PC membership perk. But yeah, I just don't think they're
No,
there
I don't
yet.
think they're
Yo,
gonna
so
dive
is this how
I don't
they
think they're
do
gonna dive
it?
into
So
that,
is like Game Pass like, game studio, we'll give you this much money to put your game, and this much money will suffice for X amount of sales. Not only does it keep our brand Game Pass, people subscribe
All the
to Game
agreements
Pass.
are done like case by case,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah, that's
they
what I
sit
mean,
down
like-
and negotiate it.
Oh, so
But,
it's up to Xbox basically. Like, yo, this game will
well,
slap
yeah,
on Game
Xbox
Pass.
has
No,
got
we'll
to pay
give
them,
you-
right?
Yeah, so like what happened is I think we talked about this last time, or maybe we didn't. Like for instance, like with Oddworld on PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
So Oddworld wasn't generating
Oh,
much
yeah.
hype.
Yeah,
So when they put it on, I don't know, bro. I fucking hate talking business and shit on here, but yeah.
Okay,
So when they
we can
made the
move
deal
on
for
completely.
when they made the
Yeah.
they made the deal for Oddworld, they basically show them like trajectories and stats and all this other stuff, and they say like, this is where we see your game being. This is how many downloads we see. This is how many sales we see, right? So they tell them, okay, well, they're not going to. They give them a nice little package, for it, whether it's to cover development costs or whatever it is. I have no idea, But basically, they ended up saying that with Oddworld, they really undershot it, and that's the studio's fault because they did not end up. They thought that they were going to move a lot less units,
And that was
even with
PS
download.
Plus in that.
Yeah, and that was on
regard,
PS
right?
Plus.
Right.
But which is really fucking weird too, I mean, because the new consoles were out, they had to expect that people were hungry for new content. I mean, that's why, like, with that, when I saw like Lauren Lanning's interview with Luke, when he was talking about it, and I'm like, how? Like, I understand Oddworld is not earth-shattering, but I mean, still, like, I mean, that's all you expected to move on a service where people are just paying a subscription? I mean, shit, dude. They really underestimated their, how many people actually wanted to play the games. But whatever. I will have no shit talking of Anthem in the chat. God damn it. All right, please, let's not do this. All right, you guys are pulling on my heartstrings. Hassan, Contraband is a second-party game. My son, I said it is an exclusive game. I didn't say it's a first-party game. I said it's an exclusive game. It is an exclusive game from a third-party studio. Okay. All right. So now we can roll into the delays. The delays. So yeah, you've heard it. You've seen it. A lot of discourse this week. Starfield and Redfall are delayed into 2023, and this was announced last week or earlier this week or whenever the hell it was, and it says in the first half of 2023. So for all we know, they could come in like May, 1 year from now. So technically it's still first half. That is a sizable at least for Redfall. Redfall was scheduled initially to come in the summer, and then there were rumors that it was going to be pushed into the fall. And obviously, rumors or whatever, but it seems like, yeah, man, it seems like, I mean, that's pretty much what happened. And with Starfield, no one saw it coming. If you see like even like the usual suspects on Twitter, like, I mean, and people who actually have inside knowledge, like, I mean, not these fucking little peanut gallery people. I'm talking like people like who actually have legitimate sources or whatever. They were completely floored. They had no idea. Even like people like Jez Gordon, for instance, he's like, shit, I didn't expect this. I mean, so, and really, it was really surprising because last year when they announced the trailer, or when in the trailer for the release date, that release date was more than a year past when the trailer was actually shown, and they showed it with such confidence. They put the date in there, and it was in the starship and whatever it was, and everybody's like, "Wow, this is fun! Wow, you are cementing that shit." You know, I mean, it is there. You know, I mean, so this got a conversation this week about what's going on with the games or the studios or how they're ran or whatever it is. A lot of discourse this week, man, about just the management of these studios and why this had to happen. And then obviously there's always references to Halo's troubled development, and then you have Rare with Everwild and it having to be fucking rebooted. And then obviously we had this whole thing that happened with Perfect Dark and the Initiative, and a mass exodus from Initiative. At least like half of the developers leaving or going back to where they came from, which previous places they went to, or moving on to greener pastures, and then obviously signing with Crystal Dynamics. So there's a lot of talk. And I think, hyperbole aside, because we don't do that bullshit here, I think some of it is justified. It's okay to criticize, in a way. You have to criticize. See, I like discourse. I don't mind discourse. I don't mind criticism, but criticize it in a way where you don't make it seem like you know what you're talking about, because we're not CEOs. We're not board members. We have no idea what the fuck happens behind the scenes, right? So we're just fucking four schmucks in front of a microphone. But still, as fans, it's okay to criticize. I think it's actually healthy to have it and to have expectations. And these, it was definitely a surprise. It was a surprise. It's disappointing. And with all of the examples that I have provided recently, I don't know, man. I have no idea what the fuck is going on over there. It's good to keep fucking cheerleading, like I was saying earlier. You can only put up those thumbnails of the studios for so long. Oh my God, there's 26 first-party studios. Well, look what's coming. Okay. Now you have your flagship game of the year that so many people were looking forward to, pushed out of 2022. But as far as we know, there's nothing else. There's nothing else right now. We don't have anything else, at least that we know of, unless they have something that they're planning that they're going to talk about in June. So, it is disappointing to see this, because there's so much potential with all of these studios, right? And then it's like, man, every time they get in a fucking rhythm, with Xbox and the services that they provide and everything that they do, and then obviously the service and it growing and whatever, and every time they're on a trajectory, something happens. And something happens just like this. And then Phil Spencer comes out and he says, "We expect quality. We're sorry, blah, blah, blah." It is so similar to what he said with the Halo delay. Very, very similar, right? So I'm not going to put this on Spencer or whatever, or Matt Booty, even though I know a lot of people like to blame Matt Booty. And to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of Matt Booty. I'm not. I don't see what is so fucking earth-shattering about anything that he's done. But this is not on him. This is definitely from Todd Howard. Okay, he basically told them, like, hey, we got to fucking move this game. We're not going to be ready for it. So, and considering that this game has been in development for a long time, even before the acquisition and even before before the partnership, it's okay. At least like this came from Bethesda. Right, but still, now you are a first-party. Bethesda is now an entity of Xbox, so that relationship definitely, or at least like that association, it's okay to criticize Xbox as well from that standpoint. So, at least on my end, I don't know, bro. Like it's, I'm just fucking sick and tired of hearing this shit. And I know games get delayed all the time. I'm fucking sick and tired of using the pandemic as an excuse. Stop it. Okay, stop it. It's affected everybody. We have all gone through shit. A lot of people have worked from home. A lot of studios and a lot of corporations around the world and a lot of businesses have adapted and the world has moved forward. Okay? And everybody's moving forward. Games are still coming out. Games are still getting churned out. We've had several AAA games come out in this year alone and in 2020 or 2021. You know, like, I mean, I understand how the real world works. I understand the pandemic. You know, I'm in healthcare. I know what it is. But we can't just keep making that excuse for video games only. You know, like, I mean, every time there's a delay, oh, but the pandemic. No, it's not the pandemic. There's a problem. The problem is not the pandemic. The problem is there's something that is fucking going on with all of these studios, or at least like there's something in the middle that is not branching out and just connecting everything to this core. And I have no idea what it is, or I don't know, you know, I mean, but when you're speaking it from a fan perspective and you're looking at all this, like, you're kind of like, come on, bro, you know, like, if you're a fan of Xbox and you write and you criticize what's going on, that's fine, man. You know, you don't have to suck and shit green, you know, I mean, to prove your fucking loyalty. You know, this isn't what loyalty is. You're a fucking sheep if that's the case. It's okay to express disappointment, because this is disappointing. Now, how they're going to rebound, we'll see. We'll see in June if they announce anything. That's why we're talking about any third-party deals. But yeah, man, I'm just sick and tired of seeing this shit, man. I'm sick and tired of just seeing, you know, the delays, or we're sorry, or these fucking canned tweets, you know, that we get with like expecting quality or whatever it is. People are still mad about what happened with Halo. You know, I mean, even though I loved Halo Infinite, and I'll live and die by that. I love the campaign. I think it's one of my favorite games. You know, I mean, but still, with what's going on with multiplayer, and we've done our criticisms, at least with what happened with multiplayer and this whole zero, whatever the fuck it is. There's a lot of zero. Yeah, man. It's time to move on. You know, like, I mean, just own it the fuck up. And stop blaming shit that is out of your control. Every other studio is doing it. So stop. Seriously. You know, we talk about fucking From Software. They co-developed Sekiro and Elden Ring at the same time. And you're fucking telling me that you can't churn out a game? Or this, like, what is the issue here? What's the problem? You had two fucking bona fide games. Elden Ring is one of the greatest games ever made, being co-developed with another game that was also a fantastic game of its own. Come on, bro. You know, like, something's got to give. Stop fucking making excuses for anybody. Do we like delays? No. Delays are fine. You know, I mean, I don't fucking care about delays in a sense that we have so much shit to play, and delays always end up resulting in games that are better. I think everybody learned their lessons from Cyberpunk, you know, or Halo Infinite, or whatever it is. You know, like, I mean, there's been a lot of examples for us, but this just needs to stop. You know, I mean, stop fucking bootlicking and stop with the fucking excuses and stop whatever. Like, I mean, it's okay to say, man, you know what? I'm a fan and I'm disappointed. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, bro, I could fucking go on. Kev, I know you got a lot to say, bro, so let me fucking have it.
I don't know that it's going to be as good as your rant, but I'll try. So I've seen the Xbox Defense Force out, about Starfield and Redfall being delayed. But, I've also surprisingly seen some very pro Xbox people, express how disappointed they are. So, that's good to see. I think this was like that straw, right? That finally broke the camel's back. I think these expectations and the carrot on a stick can only go so far, and people are disappointed, rightfully so. This delay comes right after, Xbox Live outage, during the weekend, where people were pissed for like 72 hours. People could get on, couldn't get on, could play their games, couldn't play their games. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a hack, and they stole the source code. No, but and then they post pictures, of them visiting the studios, right? And they're all fucking happy and smiley and taking pictures, and then on what, Wednesday, I guess, or whenever the hell it was announced, they said Starfield is delayed, and so is Redfall. So perception isn't everything, but it's a lot. And the perception is to especially these diehard, Xbox fans that, like you said, shit and eat green. They have been preaching about games coming out, have been preaching about the tools, have been wanting a win, and I want them to have that win. And I play primarily on my Xbox. I would love to see Xbox have a win. We all do. And they just like trip over themselves. Like, what the fuck is happening over there? And like you said, we're not business people. The pandemic thing is getting long in the tooth. Like, Nintendo is on the way to having like one of their best years ever for first parties. PlayStation and Sony have delivered several games. Insomniac has delivered like 28 games by themselves alone, and I think it's like 3 people in a basement at Insomniac just pumping this shit out. But how do we have Microsoft is like the Titanic, man, and it's like instead of actually doing anything about the iceberg, they're just sailing straight through it, and it's the roughest ride I have ever been on. Like it's like, don't worry, like we got it all under control. We're $1 trillion company. Shit's coming. The lifeboats are happening. They're there. There's enough lifeboats for everybody, and we're just waiting to die. I think like that's what people feel like. Like they want first party releases from the 400 studios Microsoft now has, and they don't want Microsoft to fail. I don't think anybody wants Microsoft to fail in the gaming space, especially now since they bought the gaming space. But like, is that too much to ask? I don't. I'm being sarcastic and I'm being kind of funny, but it's just, it's weird, right? It's really weird. It is. Just give me a game, man. Like, that's not Forza, that's not Halo. Just any game. And I think people just got really upset. And I'm not like, I could give a shit. I wasn't a huge Starfield stan.
There's
I'm
nothing
not
to be a fan of yet. That's the thing.
Right. I'm not a huge like Bethesda stan. I know people loved Skyrim. I know people loved Oblivion and Morrowind, and there's a huge long legacy for that for those games. So everybody has the right to be excited about Starfield. I get that. Redfall, meh, whatever. It's mostly Starfield that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I mean, Arcane's great, and Jordan's gonna play the shit out of Redfall. But yeah, Starfield was the fucking the capstone of 2022 for Microsoft. It was the big shit, man. It was like Halo, and that got delayed too. But like, people want a game to play and be proud of, and it kind of sucks because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy where people are associating themselves to a console so much that they get personally offended when something gets delayed. And I've heard arguments like, I could care less when games come out. Yes and no, right? I mean, if you're paying for Game Pass and they set up certain expectations for Game Pass, then you want them to fulfill their end of the bargain, right? You want these games. They promised day and date games, and now they're like, we promise you when they come out, they come out. You're going to get them, but like the day and date might be 2028. Like, just keep paying your Game Pass and you'll be fine. I am totally okay with Game Pass. I love Game Pass. It's like my discovery service. I use it for all the indies. I play the shit out of it. It's well worth. I'd pay up to $20 a month, I think, even right now with no day and date. I mean, they just deliver a bunch of variety of games that I really enjoy. But people are rightfully upset at this situation, and it's okay to be upset. It's okay to not be upset. It's okay to support them and still be upset, right? I mean, I've heard people like, oh, sell your Xbox then if you're so pissed off. Fuck you. Don't tell me what to do.
Right?
Like, sell your Xbox. But no, I want to support Xbox.
Why don't you go get a PlayStation then?
Maybe I will.
People just need to calm the fuck down a little bit. and temper their emotions and just do what's right for you. If that's selling your Xbox, go ahead. If that's selling it and or crushing it in a crusher and like going out and buying a PS5 and making a big
just
YouTube
record
video,
it either way.
go for it. But I'm just gonna fucking wait. And hopefully this game will be good. However, I have seen, again, like there's no reason why you have to defend a $1 trillion company either. They don't have feelings. They are not a real person. It's just a company. You're not attacking devs. You're just saying, yo, Xbox, where the fuck are my games? Like, there's no need to death threat people over emails or anything. Just
fucking weirdos, bro.
Yeah,
Just
it's been a really weird it's been a really weird
man.
place in the socials everywhere since this delay, and it's just disheartening, right? I mean, what it comes down to, it's a little disheartening for loyal fans that really were excited about a game, and that is what it is. It happens with movies. It's happened with tons of games, right? PlayStation delayed a ton of games, but we are seeing production now, and we expect the third company in the big three to produce, and they're not. So that's the fact. You got PlayStation producing, you got Nintendo producing, and Microsoft's just going, so yeah, be disappointed. That's okay. Get it all out. Therapy is great. You can even do like telehealth therapy, guys. You can call
BetterHealth.com.
Yes, there you go.
Make a fucking YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Talk it out.
No, it's no, I agree with you, man. That's pretty much that's what I was saying, like I mean it's like disappointment nowadays is, depending on who you talk to, it's like, no, well, why are you disappointed? Who are you, you have no reason to be disappointed. Sure, I do. Of course, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with disappointment, especially if you're fans. If you're fans, that's fine. You can be disappointed, and I do agree with you too with the one thing that people always seem to fall back on, is yeah, but it's Microsoft. Yeah, but it's Microsoft. So what? So what? It's a rich. Okay, yeah. Oh, Microsoft has a lot of money. Oh, no shit. No shit. Do you know where most of their fucking money comes from? It ain't their fucking gaming division. Their gaming division is huge, but it ain't nowhere near what the rest of their what the rest of their division is. Have you seen how much money they make just from Windows alone?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, I mean, if they're a machine, a well-oiled machine who's been around for a long time in one area, it doesn't mean like you just use that as a safety net for everything else, right? Like, I always see that. Look, yeah, but it's Microsoft. So what? Sony was huge and they almost went bankrupt. And now the entire company relies on the PlayStation. That's why they put so much behind it. It's because that's their fucking bread and butter as a company. You know what I mean? So Sony obviously wasn't as big as Microsoft, but they were fucking big. They were a lot bigger than what they are now. You guys forgot how many different devices Sony used to make and what they used to do? All that went to shit because they put so much money into the PS3 and they got fucked. And they almost went bankrupt. So like I said, I don't know why people just make excuses. Like, I mean, we were saying, hey, play games. We have so much to play. It doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. This is not about the fact of the delays. It's, shit gets delayed. That's fine. But when you keep seeing it, when it becomes a pattern, the pattern is what we're talking about. And that's why Kevin was talking about, it's like the Titanic. It's just navigating through iceberg or whatever. Like, I mean, fine. Okay. So there's a problem there. That's okay. So this has nothing to do with the major fucking company itself. There is a problem in the Xbox division. That's what it is. Whatever, man. Jordan, you got anything to say, bro?
I got nothing.
Man, look at this guy, bro. He really wants to keep that fucking ambassador membership, bro.
Oh, honestly, no, there's nothing. There's really nothing I can say that has not already been said. So,
well, Mike,
no, for real, I'm good.
Mike, what do you got?
I'm gonna tell it to you clean. Something's fucked up, and that's all there is to it. Something's fucked up. You don't have a job, right, to make video games and then be delayed
and
for
not make
what
video
reasons?
games.
Like, I mean, something's wrong, dude. That's all there is to it. There's either management problems. If I put my fucking pretty penny on it, I would say it's personnel issues. That's what I'd say. I don't know, man. That's not my game. I'm not in that office. But if I was in that office, ooh, I'd be bringing that whip out. I'd be like, get the fucking work. No, just kidding. I'd be like, man, y'all better show me some shit, or we're not doing this. You know what I mean? They did acquire a bunch of studios. I get it. Honestly, I'll even throw the pandemic in there. I know you don't like to hear that, Mo, but like I still feel like we're not that far away from it for like, you know, because some of these ideas were already set in stone like 3 years ago. You know, that's why I feel like once we hit like a certain point in this year, then I'll kind of completely like disregard that as like an excuse for an example. But I do feel like something internally is fucked up. Big and small. Like I said, man, it's really hard to comment just because I don't know what it's like. Like, I don't know if like Xbox Game Company and then all their companies, like all the studios are like tree branches or roots from there. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to, and their locations, like a lot of that stuff matters. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sure I could get Batman and Detective Comics on it if I wanted to, but I don't really want to. That's not really my jam. I don't like to do that with PlayStation, even though like PlayStation's like my biggest thing. But like in my world, when I hear a game that is delayed, I'm like, okay, give them time. When I start to think about it more, now that like more information has been like given to me right now, like there has to be an internal problem. There has to be a problem where they didn't figure it all out when the expansion came, and now they're just like trying to figure it out. That's kind of what I get from it, at least. I mean, and if it's something else, then it must be really, really bad. You know what I mean? But I just feel like it is some growing pains. It is like some stuff that they are coming off the back end of 2021 type of shit, you know? And yes, as a fan sitting back and like not knowing what's going on, and like I saw Eric say like he was really expecting it to be in November, like, dude, that's crushing, man. That's crushing. Like, because I'm not such a big fan of Xbox's IP, I'm not saying that like, oh, I'm not a fan or whatever, because I'll play fucking any game. But like, if it was a game like God of War, for example, I'll try to like put myself in the shoes, you know? I'd be like, whoa! I'd be like, Cory Barlog, what the fuck, devil? You know, I'd be like, yo, there's a problem, you know, there's a problem. Like, what can I do? What can this one of four schmuck do? You know, like little minions, like, banana. Like, what do you need, dude? You need more money, or, you know, what is happening? Anyways, leadership management, that's what I think it is. Go with the flow of it. Video games, you got a backlog, I can guarantee it, you know. I think they're going to be okay in the end. I do feel like with not only the acquisition of studios, but also the new consoles, I also understand that perception too of like, we're already this far into new consoles and still nothing, you know, very questionable here, but maybe on the back end of it, maybe it's just that they didn't know how to handle it. And they were like, you know, what? There's a term for it where it's like, you know, I was like trying to run before I walked, and then I kind of figured it out, and like now we're at a weird jog or whatever. That's what I think's going on. But like I said, man, I can't comment on huge studios like that, which is a little insane, you know.
This is the type of shit. Before we move on, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. There's an Xbox social media influencer. Okay, it's a woman. If you want, anyway. So today she puts out a tweet, and she says, "To those criticizing Phil Spencer for the Starfield and Redfall delays, please consider: can you lead and manage one of the biggest brands in the world with hundreds of staff and moving pieces? The pandemic has affected everyone. Slow and steady wins the race. He's only human." What the fuck is this shit? What is this? This is the type of stuff we're talking about, right? Like, I mean, bro, I can't believe it. Like, I was reading it. I'm like, really? Like, did you get paid to say this? You know,
positivity, Mo. You need more of it in your fucking life,
man,
Mo.
hey, I love
positivity.
being positive. All right, I love being positive. I love positivity. I try to do that all the time on my Twitter, on my Twitter feed and whatnot. But I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is the type of shit that we're talking about, right? It's like, no. You can't do that. You can't do that. He's only human. Bitch, she's one of the highest fucking paid people in the world. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know? Like, I hate that. That's what I'm talking about. These fucking excuses. Why are you making excuses for these people? Let them deliver. If you under-deliver on your job, you're going to get criticized or you can get fired or whatever it is. If I under-deliver, I can get fired. Like, I mean, it's... All right, whatever. Fucking stupid. He's only human. Get the fuck out of my face, man. Fucking stupid ass shit. I'm so sick of these fucking cucks, bro. Anyway, yeah. Don't be a fucking cuck, man. Play whatever
like
you
Cortana.
want. I love Xbox, okay? Look behind me, all right? Like, I mean, whatever. Just don't be a fucking cuck. Please. Sick of these fucking shit. So stupid. All right. Jordan, you want to fucking comment on the next topic, or are you gonna stay? You're gonna stay. Are you gonna stay?
Switzerland.
I'm Swiss, babe. I'm Swiss, babe.
This guy fucking put on his flannel and he just stayed away, bro. He's like, nope.
Man, I'm just letting you guys let it out, man, because I know you guys are gonna have an ulcer if you don't.
Yeah, that's true. I know. That is very true. Anyway, yeah. So next, let's get to the next topic, boys. Yeah, whatever. I think this one Mike really wanted to talk about. So, Gotham Knights was revealed. It has a release date, and it's getting. Let me see. Mike, what the hell's the release date going to be? Oh,
October 25th.
My fucking son. So October 25th is the new release date, and it started so good. Like they put out a video about gameplay. It was a Nightwing and Red Hood, right? And then this is where that got a lot of people actually excited. They said Gotham Knights will no longer be released for PS4 and Xbox One. So this game is going to be a purely current gen experience. And that got a lot of people hyped, and rightfully so. There's been a lot of people, since the new consoles released who whatever side of the fence you fall on, they just wanted those exclusive games just for the current gen machines, the stronger machines, the machines that are able to take more or to extract more out of these games, and or whatever, or the developers extracting more out of these machines for their games and to realize their vision better. And I think they realized their limitation with the old hardware. And that's probably why they're probably leaving a lot of money on the table, clearly, because there's a lot of people that still have PS4s and Xbox Ones. So this decision must not have been easy, but I think they were trying to avoid a cyberpunk catastrophe. And we said this before about Cyberpunk, that, they should have only made it for current gen consoles. At some point, they should have been like, guys, we're sorry. But I think they were so knee deep in shit by that point, they just couldn't turn back. And we have what we have. So with Gotham Knights, we have that, and that was exciting. That was nice to see. Okay, all right, new machines, cool. And they released a 13-minute video of the gameplay. Had some. Not everybody was too happy with it. A lot of yeah, yes. Even our friends, like even Mike here, who's a huge comic book fucking junkie. They looked at it and it just didn't impress them very much. It was kind of like I don't know. Mike, you know what? I'm gonna let you lead off on this, man, because I know that you're able to tell me exactly what it is that you were expecting, because look, man, I can't tell you what I expect as a comic book fan, right? I can tell you what I expect to, as a video game. Like I can obviously make comparisons to the Arkham Knight or to the Arkham series, which I loved just as millions of people did. But just looking at this, I didn't feel like that it was evoking that style, that same style or that same atmosphere, or that I don't know. Like there was something missing. And then also the fights themselves, Red Hood felt like he controlled like a tank. Just not everything was very smooth. You didn't feel like you were controlling a complete fucking badass the way that you were with Batman and the Arkham series. But go ahead, man. Yeah, you tell me what you thought was good and what you thought was not, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to pop off in the chat too about it.
For sure. Chat's doing fucking stellar tonight, by the way, guys. Hell yeah, making me laugh.
Yeah,
I
they
love
are.
it. Good takes too. So Gotham Knights, the aesthetic looks good. The graphical like appearance looks really good. But I think whoever was playing this showcase, like, I honestly, man, to me, it was either they did it on purpose so they could get talk about it, and then like later on they'll show us some better gameplay, or they just really thought that that was good to go. Because to me, dude, that was not good to go gameplay. They were like whiffing attacks, like Red Hood. Okay, here we go. So Red Hood like punched in the air twice. There's 2 enemies around him. Nightwing's behind him, like doing flips and shit like that. But then, so like Red Hood would do attacks, but it's like whatever the in between frames from attack to walk was so fucking jank to me. I understand that like. So they're going Red Hood heavy with guns. If you've played Arkham Knight, you could play like a small vertical slice of Red Hood's gameplay. It's like a little DLC story pack, and he's just as fast as Batman, probably even better. Guns are implemented, same structure with controls and everything like that. I do feel like they're going to change it up in this game. But yeah, a lot of clunkiness, a lot of like whiffs of attacks. Like the step, like it just feels like you're stationary a lot, and you're supposed to be Batman, and his Bat family are fucking ninjas.
Free flowing. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I caught a little bit of it from Nightwing when he's like flipping around in between dudes, but like I said, I want to say that that's the player, dude. Like the reason why it looks shitty, not only because it probably is, but it even looked worse because the player wasn't that good, or the player was not like understanding what he or she needed to do. Like
That was a
at
criticism.
yeah, man, at certain points. Like, I did get in there and watch it, like, right before the show. There are some, like, pretty complex, I would say, like, animations that they're trying to do with combat and stuff like that. And that looks pretty cool. I want to bring attention to the motorcycle scene with Red Hood. It seemed like that was set up, and that seemed like it was simulated or something, and it was just trying to show you some cutscene. It's like, oh look, it's like Spider-Man where he like busts through the window, takes the driver out, and yeah, tips. You know what I'm talking about, Kev? Like tips over the truck or whatever.
Yeah.
But dude, when you see them turn right, it's like a reverse 45-degree angle that they have to turn. And the truck has like already turned, and the camera on Red Hood goes to his 11 o'clock. And then Red Hood takes the turn. That camera motion going to an 11 o'clock to like lock on to the truck was a bunch of bullshit. Like that was the moment to me where I was like, this seems set up in a way. This does not look like I would not do that type of camera movement with my controller to take that turn. I would not. No fucking way. And if you are, you must be like already so dialed in on the turning. But I mean, if you're playing like shit, it just didn't make sense to me. And then like, they showed some gear, which it's going to be like that, where his guns shoot red lasers or regular rounds, like whatever.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, Nightwing's going to have like poison stabs or shock stabs or something like that, you know. I honestly feel like the Batgirl and the Robin footage that they previously showed us, like the first opening to it where they fight Mr. Freeze and all that stuff, was way better. It was stealth and stuff. Just because it was slower, I guess. I am not sure. But this showcase, you did it. If they were going to do like terrible gameplay to showcase what exactly, I don't know. Like Nightwing has a Fortnite glider, which is cool. I do like that Red Hood has like soul jumping, which is like kind of
cool looking.
It's a part of his story, but not like that really. But I just like that they are doing their own take on it, like Avengers. I know people hate that fucking game, whatever, bro. You know, but I liked it. I liked the different style, whatever, for the most part, for what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just
a true comic junkie.
I am, dude. I'm stupid. I almost showed up today because I've been watching fucking Batman so much. Oh my god, I almost showed up today with blacked out eyes. I'm like, this city's a powder keg. But no, I didn't. Maybe for Halloween. Every time. No, anyways. All right. Sorry. Comic book shit. But yeah, I just felt like it was a little janky, and I have expressed this to like some other people, and they as well think that hopefully by the time October 25th comes around, that they will kind of square away some of that little nuanced thing. As it's just that It's the transitions, it's the frames, it's the animation, it's whatever that is of video games that like you can't see and you got to dial in with like meters and all that stuff, like gravity and all that crazy shit. Like that's what it is, you know. Because I swear, man, if they need a playtester, who is that? WB Montreal? I'm gonna send them a lengthy
Shoot 'em an email.
worded email. Yeah, for real. But yeah, overall, like I'm still excited for it. I mean, it's the Bat family. You don't get this kind of shit. The graphics in the cutscenes when you see Jason Todd and he's in the like Bat cave or whatever, I was like, dude, you are just like this beefcake of a guy. Like it has like this Fortnite look to it, like a little bit, which is not bad. It's not bad, you know. But I don't know. Let's just say I'm intrigued to see like what the next like showing of it is. You know what I mean? And Dash, I do want to look up. You were talking about it earlier that that Gotham Knights has some sort of PlayStation deal. I'm intrigued in that, so I want to look into that because yeah, you know, WB Montreal, WB's getting to some shit. We're gonna get. Sorry, I'm going off a little track here, but we're getting that fighting game, guys. You know, the multiverse free fighting game like that kind of has shown its.
I signed up for that fucking beta. They haven't emailed me yet, those assholes.
Okay, yeah. It's like soon. There's a closed beta soon, and then they're doing that Wonder Woman game. So WB has some stuff in the works. Gotham Knights was delayed as well. So was Suicide Squad. You know, we've talked about this or whatever.
Suicide Squad, man.
Yeah, that looks. I don't know. That looks dope to me. I feel like Suicide Squad will be cooler than Gotham Knights, but that's just
Suicide Squad's been delayed twice already?
Yeah, I think so. Actually,
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, they really want to hammer that down. Yeah, Dash is saying that you sound like a scientist. Like, what? How do you play your games? Well, you guys don't
watch
know.
out,
Man.
He's got the protractor, and he's measuring fucking angles and shit. Look, that's not realistic. You would
that
never
gravitational
swing your
pull's all
camera like
fucked
that.
up. Yeah,
His soul
no,
jump.
dude, you don't, man.
You know, everybody knows that there's a maximum of 3 souls per soul jump, and that looks like a 4-soul jump. So fuck that shit. That is not
polygons.
right.
We see polygons.
Fuck
he sees
yeah.
brush strokes.
Should be a 4-soul jump.
All right,
Also-
so I want to quickly say the only thing, honestly, I could give a shit. I play the fuck out of Avengers, so I know what shit tastes like. So as long as this game isn't as bad as Avengers, I'd probably pick it up just to play with my boys. But two player, that's it.
Yeah, that was
the
lame
most
as
disappointing.
shit, yeah.
Honestly, that was what I was most disappointed. Like 3-player at least. Like now we're going to 2-player, and you could be the same character. You have fucking 2 Nightwings going all acrobatic around the city and locking fucking put people in scissor holds. Weird.
Incapacitated. Walter.
But we'll see.
George, you see Walter's comment? I just got to point this out. George, you see Walter's comment?
Yep.
The
Yep.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yep. Yep.
It's so good, bro. Boom.
Yeah, that was. I think we hit on it. Jordan, you wanna
No,
chime
I'm pretty
in here,
neutral.
bro?
I'm pretty neutral here.
Yeah?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Swissing it up.
I'm kidding. Calm your tits, bro.
God, man.
Come on, please say
no,
something.
no membership on the line.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Hit me, my son.
So honestly, seeing this, I feel like I have a hard time justifying how this game is going to exist when they're making Suicide Squad. Like, especially with the 2 players. Like, come on. We're gonna have a 4-player superhero game that looks and plays freaking awesome. I mean, mind you, we only saw just that one gameplay thing, but this did look janky. Again, the free flow, the way you, Mike, all the stuff that you talked about, I hear you, man. Watching Nightwing like do this quick little hop like 40 yards away to punch the guy next to him is just like
Animation jank.
animation jank. The gear system, at least the saving grace there is that unlike Avengers, you actually see the gear change, the character models, which is kind of cool. Again, I have a I have a hard time just kind of seeing all these games with these Ubisoft maps, man. I'm just like, I don't know if my brain has switched to the style of these games, man. I'm just like, I can't. But I think Kevin made a good point. I think this will at least be better than the Avengers game. So there's hope in that. Maybe it's not as big. I think so. I mean, like I said,
hope.
Warner Brothers Montreal, like I said, they did make Origins, like Mo said, and Mo can't can't stop sucking that dick enough. But
I love Origins.
it is a good game. It is a good game.
And he
It
loves
was,
dick.
man. It really was.
It is a good game. I hang my hat on that one.
Yo, when Origins came out, I'll just tell you guys a real big secret, and this is why it's embedded in my brain. When Origins, hold on, how many people in here? This is like not an impressive thing to say, but I hit it. Okay, so when the night Origins came out, I was at GameStop, 12 o'clock, ready for that release, baby. I was there. Unfortunately, though, I was driving under the influence, and I got pulled over. And my night ended up being shitty from then on in. So whenever people mention Batman Origins, I'm always like, oh yeah, that one day. Anyways, whatever. See how video games and life just connect, and it's like, so good.
That's a
So
terrible
good.
association, man. Holy shit.
I know, right? Especially whatever, Batman.
You know,
the city's a powder keg.
You know what, man? Bobby here said something really good, and this was actually the next point I wanted to make. He said WB Montreal is better at storytelling than gameplay. I think their storytelling in Origins was just as good. I think their gameplay, I mean, they didn't really, it was pretty much the Rocksteady's gameplay.
Right.
You know, I mean, there was no
They
difference.
didn't have to deviate too much.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Now, why I wanted to touch on Bobby's, and that was the point I was going to make, is I saw a really interesting take. It wasn't really a take, it was more of a comment. And they said, they're like, I don't know if a lot of people want a gear-oriented Batman game. You know, like, I mean, I remember when the game was announced, and I don't really know much about the Court of Owls or whatever it is. I asked Mike, you know, I mean, he told me pretty much like they're the Illuminati of Gotham, you know, things like that. And I thought that was a really interesting concept, right? Maybe they kidnap Batman and these guys have to go back and get him. There was like, and the trailers that they released had this really fucking cool, mysterious tone to it. You know what I mean? Where it's like you could tell there was something sinister, you know, that you had to go through. And I think, at least I'm speaking for myself, that's more of what I want, right? Like, I mean, like when I saw that take, I'm like, I agree with this, man. I don't want to play a Batman game for gear. I don't fucking care about gear. That's just me. You know, I mean, Batman games are special. You know, I mean, if Rocksteady has taught us anything, they're very special. You upgrade and whatever, they have a Metroidvania system to them, which is fantastic. You know, and you want to add co-op to it, that's fine. You know, I mean, but I think if they really focus on the wrong things here, especially with like gear, like, oh, you got an epic fucking whatever, or you got a rare or whatever it is, like, I mean, I think that'll really water down what a Batman game would be, or at least like historically has been for the last decade. And I hope they don't go down that route, because I still have hope for the story itself, because I do want to play this by myself. I plan on playing this solo, and you know, just for the story and whatever. But if it's gonna become like a fucking gear-thon or a collectathon or whatever it is, and man, like, I don't know, bro.
You know, that worries me just because
That's a younger age thing. That's
Well,
what that's
and
directed to.
When games do that, you don't get a good game of either. You know, you don't get a good narrative game, and you don't get a good gear game, because they try to fit like the original Division, even Division 2. Like, the story could have been so much better, but the story was and then the gear shit was and you had and that's what you ended up with, right? I mean, they could have made a bomb-ass single-player Division game with fucking virus taking out the world and, you know, hunting down people and shit, but no, instead you got like a half-baked story, right? So you often wonder like how well they can do all that, you know, because there's a lot there, man. There's a lot to the gas type of thing, and there's a lot to the narrative type of thing. So yeah, you know, another superhero game though, I'm all for it. I'll give it a chance. I like the superhero games that are coming out. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we'll see. You know, at least like that's pretty much what we wanted to say about it, and we are hoping for the best. That collector's edition.
Oh god dang!
Kinda sexy.
What the hell?
$300.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But there's no steel book. That's bad.
No, but it has a LED book. What the fuck is that?
The fuck
Did
is
you
a
see
LED
that?
book?
LED
LED?
book. That's what it says. LED book. Go look. I don't know what it is.
Go
It's a
look.
LED book.
Okay,
No.
so Bobby here says,
don't go look now.
yeah, I know. I won't know. Good thing is the creative director on Gotham Knights is the same director who worked on Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Dope.
Is that such a good thing, Bobby?
Yeah,
Bobby,
I didn't hate
Is
it.
that such? I didn't know. I didn't. You guys know I'm a Splinter Cell junkie. You know what I mean? No, I didn't
Blacklist.
hate it.
It was
But-
alright.
But wasn't the creative director for Watch Dogs Legion also the creative director for the other Splinter Cell games? And Legion was
Really? Yeah, Legion was kind of poopy.
Clint Hawking, man. He was awesome back. in
You
the
are
day.
right about that. Yeah, you are. You are. Yeah, Blacklist was good because look, I really liked Blacklist because it did man. I'm not gonna make this a Splinter Cell conversation, but yeah. Look, I like WB. I do like man. Montreal studios usually are fucking great, man. You know, I mean, like Square Enix Montreal and WB Montreal and Ubisoft Montreal. You know, I mean, so anyway, we'll see. Montreal's got a lot of talent. Speaking of Montreal, to really quick, Sands of Time, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, the remake. It got moved from their new studio in India
Poor
to
Ubisoft.
I know, bro, I know, to Ubisoft Montreal. And I was really happy with that. I don't fucking care how long it takes, man. Let it just, you know, I mean, this is one of the greatest games of all time. You know what I mean? So at
Shit
least it's
is cooking.
considered to be- yeah, you know what I mean? So I think it's nice to have that. You know, I mean, it's kind of like it's coming home, and it is really coming home because Ubisoft Montreal is who created Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. And it really reminded me of Retro Studios taking back over Metroid Prime. You know, I mean, Metroid Prime was in development. I'm sure Nintendo looked at it. They're like, okay, this is a pile of shit, so let's give it back to its fathers. And that's exactly what happened there. So I think hopefully they can get that game back to where it was, because obviously that reveal was pretty disappointing. You cannot fuck up Sands of Time. You can't.
Yo, if Prince of Persia does good, man, I would not. Honestly, to me, Prince of Persia has some solid game action, traversal, all that kind of themes and stuff. If that game comes out good, dude, I would love to see people try to copy it and be like, yo, dude, so this is popular again. I would love to see games like that again, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope so, man. Jake Gyllenhaal skin. Fuck that, man. Fucking Wiley, bro.
I would pay for that, bro. I would pay for that.
Oh, shit. Look at the Jake
Just
Gyllenhaal.
kidding.
Yeah, that's,
You're not, Wiley. You're not, bro.
I love it, dude. I was really happy to see that. You know, put it in experienced hands and let them take
Up
over.
until this moment, I had completely forgotten that he played.
Gyllenhaal, bro.
character.
Stellar movie. Disney.
It was in a recess of my
Shit.
mind where
Yeah,
bad
I
things
know.
go.
I know.
What?
Look at
Are
fucking.
you serious? Dude,
That
movie's great.
Which one? The movie?
We're gonna have a
Prince of
small. We're gonna have a small
Oh,
fucking
it's not
chat
that great.
later, Mike. Okay.
Ben Kingsley did a fine job, though. I enjoyed Ben Kingsley as the vizier.
Dude.
Or the sorcerer,
Yeah,
whatever the
bro.
fuck he was.
That's what I mean, dude. It's not bad.
That was it. That was it. And the girl was so fine. Yeah, so,
Yeah,
Jeremy,
Gemma.
what's up, brother man? Good to see you here. Apparently, Mumbai is a studio that was created to introduce fresh grads to the industry. That explains a lot about what we saw. You see, this is the problem, though, Bobby. Okay, like, you know, why are you putting?
There you go.
Why are you putting a game of that fucking caliber? You're remaking it for the new generation on these new machines, and you're handing it to an inexperienced studio. Like, no. So fuck that. I'm glad it's back in Montreal. Just stupid, man. I don't know. I don't fucking know, bro. Dead Space finally has a release date, my friends. January 27, 2023, the remake. It is for PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles and PC. Current gen only. They had a new presentation the other day. It looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic. That game, a lot of people are looking forward to that, man, including, I think, all of us here in this panel. So I can't wait. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, that was it, guys.
Yeah.
That was it, baby. That was all of the shit that we wanted to get off of our chest. Appreciate you guys, every one of you, for being with us. Chat was popping today. It was fun. The conversations were great. And we're really hoping to try to be more consistent on Sundays because, man, yeah, you don't miss it until you're at, you miss it, but then like you really realize how much you miss it, when you get back behind, and we talk to you guys. So really appreciate you guys, seriously, man. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you for being with us and for spending your time with us. And I don't know if you boys want to touch on anything, any what do you call it, Jordan? Housekeeping?
Housekeeping. No, I just wanted to say thank you. Yeah, thank y'all for bearing with us and for coming out. I know, again, inconsistencies can be frustrating, but again, sometimes other things take precedence. So, again, we're just glad that you're always here to hang out with us, and that's why we do this. So, cheers.
Touch grace, my friends.
Awesome to see you guys coming out. Saw some new faces, saw some new names. Great to see you. Subscribe if you want. Be on standby. There's some new games coming out. Tiny Tina, we're playing together. Maybe some Mortal Kombat, right, Jordan?
Test
Jordan?
That's my what?
What? And then I know there's a few other stuff. We'll probably get some Halo matches in, just like gameplay-wise throughout the week for you guys or whatever. But besides that, you guys have a good one.
Steve Beaumont said, thanks for making my dishes take twice as long today.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, man. Oh, man. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic week coming up. And we'll hopefully see you we'll see you guys next Sunday. So
absolutely. God bless.
Peace, guys. Love you.